guarantee. Will you remove your helmet and tell me your name?
My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius, loyal servant to the true Emperor, Marcus Aurelius.
Today I saw a slave become more powerful than the Emperor of Rome.
Do not be troubled, for you are in Elysium.
I like the Spaniard. I shall cheer for you.
Am I not merciful?
Hello everybody, FILMICFEEL is your home. We'll be looking at a historical fiction piece called Gladiator today. There are some spoilers ahead. Please click the like button before we begin. In the year 180 AD, the film opens with General Maximus leading his Roman legions against the Germanic barbarians. We also see the Roman army putting together their forces for battle. Flaming arrows and other lethal projectiles are launched by the Romans as they begin their assault. The barbarian army launches unrelenting attacks, and the two sides engage in deadly hand-to-hand combat. A prolonged conflict is ended when the Roman army wins. The elderly Emperor Marcus Aurelius, the emperor's son Commodus, and his daughter Lucilla have been summoned to join the campaign as a result of General Maximus' victory. They travel in opulence, and Commodus clearly feels pampered and uneasy. The ruler is going to name his replacement, and Commodus sure. It would appear that Maximus and Lucilla were romantically involved. The morally upright Maximus was shocked to learn that Lucilla had been married, had a son, and then died. He is chosen by the emperor instead of his own son, Commodus Maximus, who wants to go home to his wife. Commodus Maximus tries to decline the honor, but the emperor insists. He is clearly shaken when the communist learns that he will not be emperor. He blames his dad for never adoring him. The ruler defeats with feeling, tumbles to his knees, and embraces his child Commodus. The communist then smothers and kills his father, declaring himself emperor. Maximus, realizing that communists were involved in the emperor's death, refuses communists' request for loyalty. Then, at that point, orders Maximus captured and executed, using his combat skills. He also sends Praetorian guards to kill Maximus's wife and young son, barely getting away from his execution. He then, at that point, races home. In the smoldering ruins of his villa, he finds the crucified and charred bodies of his family. In the wake of covering his significant other and child, a lamenting Maximus comes to the depletion and implodes on their graves. Maximus is taken to Zucobar, a rugged North African province, by slave traders who discover him. Soon, Proximo, the head of a gladiator school, purchases him. Distressed and skeptical over the passing of his family and double-crossing by his realm, Maximus at first will not battle. The gladiators are getting ready for the arena here. Before they enter, Proximo gives them a rousing speech. Some of the men urinate on themselves because they are so afraid. By the end of the battle, Proximo's gladiators had proven to be an effective and formidable force thanks to their strong fighting. Maximus is informed by Proximo that his fighting skills will not suffice in Rome. He must win over the audience's affection. Maximus initially objects to the idea of playing to the crowd, but Proximo explains that it might save his life by revealing that he was once a gladiator and was freed by the Emperor Marcus Aurelius after becoming popular. He hands the wooden sword to Maximus. At that point, Maximus realizes that using this strategy could bring him near enough to Commodus to exact his vengeance. Rome's magnificent Colosseum serves as the setting for the first battle. It's an enormous spectacle, a recreation of the battle between Zama Maximus and his team, and a much stronger force is fought. They carry projectile weapons and travel in chariots. Maximus leads Proximo's gladiators to a decisive victory over a more powerful adversary by utilizing his real-world combat experience. For much to the astonishment of the group, ruler Commodus, intrigued by the show, plunges into the field to meet the victor. He demands Maximus to eliminate his protective cap and uncover his character, and is shocked to find that the head of Proximo's warriors is Maximus. He gives the up sign, allowing Maximus to live because of the roaring support of the crowd, then sulks out of the arena. Maximus is pitted against Tigris of Gaul and Rome by communist forces as the games continue. Only undefeated gladiator in an arena surrounded by chained tigers, whose handlers were told to aim for Maximus. Tigris is a massive man covered in gleaming silver armor. He kicks dust into Maximus' face to get into the fight. Whenever Maximus approaches a trap, a hungry tiger is let out. The battle appears to be over when a tiger grabs Maximus, but Maximus manages to escape. Maximus defeats the other cat by stabbing it to death. Maximus narrowly defeats Tigris in a fierce battle, and now he waits for the communist decision about whether to kill or save Tigris. However, Maximus saves Tigris while Commodus votes against her. The merciful communist becomes increasingly frustrated at his inability to kill Maximus or halt his rising popularity after deliberately insulting the emperor and gaining the approval of the audience. Maximus meets his former servant Cicero, who reveals that Maximus' army remains loyal to him, even as the communists' own popularity declines following the fight. While they are camped at the port of Ostia, Lucilla develops a plot with Senator Gracchus and Maximus to reunite Maximus with his army and overthrow Commodus the communist. Lucilla becomes increasingly concerned about the instability of her brother. However, he coerces his sister into disclosing the plot after learning of her sister's betrayal from her young son, Lucius. Commodus sends Praetorian guards to storm Proximo's gladiator barracks after threatening the boy. In any case, the fighters choose to fight the watchman. Maximus is more skilled than his Commodus, puncturing his lung and concealing the wound beneath the gladiator's armor. But Maximus clearly has been hurt and has blood in his lung. Maximus at long last purposes what strength he has left and tears the sword from Socialist's hands. The communist pulls a hidden stiletto and resumes his attack after Maximus drops his own sword. Maximus then beats Commodus into accommodation and kills him with his own stiletto. A dying Maximus sees his wife and son in the afterlife and reaches for them as the communist collapses in the now silent Colosseum. Lucilla rushes to Maximus's side as he falls. Maximus dies and wanders into the afterlife to his home and family in the distance. Senator Gracchus and Proximo's gladiators carry his body out of the Colosseum after reassuring Maximus that her son is safe and Communist is dead. I appreciate you reading. If you have any desire to see more films like this, then, at that point, buy into the channel. Please let me know which movies you would like me to review in the future in the comments section below.